Hello, PE class. As I mentioned in my email last Friday, as well as in the email this video is attached to, I'm going to be doing in-person physical fitness testing for other students tomorrow. So that's going to be Tuesday the 20th. So I'm not going to be home in time to teach our class. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting together a very short version of the lesson we're going to go over together, and I'm going to send it out to you in this format. So this will have everything you need to understand the bulk of the material from this week, as well as the information for the live session attendance quiz for Tuesday the 20th class. So as I was going to start out here, I was going to ask you, why would someone want to own fitness equipment? Well, there's lots of various reasons why someone might want to own fitness equipment. But first thing that comes to mind for me is I like the ease of access to having my own equipment at home. So I actually have a fairly extensive line of equipment in my garage. Partly because there really isn't a gym option for me where I live that's sufficient. And the one that is here that would suit my needs is just more expensive than I care to pay. So in addition to using it myself for my own daily fitness, I also use it for teaching. So I shoot my videos down there for how-to videos for things like that. But there are other reasons why someone might want to own fitness equipment. Maybe they're not comfortable going to work out in front of other people. That's a pretty common one as well. There are several other reasons, but just understand that lots of people purchase fitness equipment. We're going to talk about that here today. The unit is Unit 8, and it's all about selecting and maintaining fitness equipment, as you probably guessed. We're going to watch a very, very brief video here. I do believe the video and audio should play all right. But if it doesn't work, I am going to include these slides in the email attachment. At least I'm going to try to here. So let's give this a shot on the screen.
Using the proper equipment is a crucial element to performing exercises correctly. While most fitness enthusiasts will likely already know how to properly select at-home fitness equipment, one of the common questions among individuals who are new to exercise is how to choose equipment that's right for them. Today we'll show you 4 inexpensive, versatile pieces of equipment that can be used to perform hundreds of exercises and variations, the first of which is a stability ball. When purchasing a stability ball, it's important to select one that's the appropriate size for you. Typically, there are 4 sizes that stability balls come in, each of which coincides with a different height range. Although height is used as a general guideline, the length of your legs also factors in. Therefore, a quick and easy way to tell if a stability ball is the correct size for you is to sit on the ball and ensure that your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle with your thighs parallel to the floor. Oftentimes, when working out with a stability ball, individuals tend to think of exercises that solely target the core, such as crunches. However, the stability ball is much more versatile and can be used to strengthen the entire body, all while maintaining that core focus. The next 2 pieces of equipment, resistance tubing and dumbbells, both focus on developing muscular strength and endurance and share a number of other benefits as well. Both of these pieces of equipment provide you with the freedom to complete movements in different planes of motion, thereby allowing you to more closely mimic movement patterns performed in everyday life. Due to the fact that your body is responsible for creating and supporting the range of motion of each exercise, these tools allow for more involvement of stabilizing muscles, which are often neglected when using weight machines with a predetermined movement path. While many exercises can be performed with either piece of equipment, resistance tubing tends to work especially well for pushing exercises, such as chest presses, squats, and shoulder presses, so it's beneficial to include both pieces of equipment in your workout routine. When it comes to selecting the appropriate weight and/or resistance, there are a number of factors to consider, such as your current ability level and also your fitness goals. If you're new to strength training and looking to enhance general muscle fitness, select a weight that you think you can lift for 8 to 12 repetitions. Ideally, you want the last repetition or 2 to be difficult to complete, so if you can perform 20 plus repetitions with ease, the weight is too light. Or if you can only perform 3 repetitions with the weight, it's too heavy. While dumbbells have the weight in pounds clearly listed, resistance tubing is a little different. Tubing comes in different thicknesses, which varies in the amount of resistance provided. The tubing is often color-coded for easy identification. For example, this brand of tubing offers 5 levels of resistance, ranging from a yellow tube that provides very light resistance and is best suited for beginners, all the way through to a purple tube that provides ultra-heavy resistance for extremely fit individuals. Both dumbbells and resistance tubing are convenient, portable, inexpensive options for strength training, which is a vital component of a well-rounded fitness program. Strength training increases the amount of lean body mass, allowing the body to burn fat at a higher rate throughout the entire day, as research has shown that regular strength training increases both basal metabolic rate and resting metabolic rate. Another piece of equipment that can be used for a variety of seated, standing, and moving exercises is the medicine ball. Medicine balls are typically available in 1-pound increments and are ideal for performing fast movements against resistance in order to enhance muscle power. While each piece of equipment is relatively versatile on its own, when combined together, it can add a new degree of challenge to an exercise. For example, you can perform stability ball crunches using a medicine ball, or take overhead triceps extensions onto a stability ball for a new challenge. If you're still looking for more guidance in reaching your health and fitness goals, you can find an ACE-certified personal trainer on our website at www.acefitness.org. You can also find more exercise ideas using these 4 pieces of equipment in our exercise library. Leave us a comment here and let us know what your favorite piece of that.
Okay, so hopefully that played okay for you guys. And if it did not, then all you'd have to do is click on this link that I'm going to include in the PowerPoint that I'm emailing to you, and open a new browser window, paste that link in there, and it'll play just fine. I do think that probably played on the screen all right for most of you, if not all of you, though. So that is a little intro into some of the most commonly asked about equipment that I get asked about in this class. There are lots of other types of equipment, though, and depending on what your activity selection is, you might need things as simple as, well, running shoes. You might need a baseball bat. You might be interested in using equipment like this at the gym, but maybe you want to purchase it to have it at home. Well, a lot of people do. So there's 3 basic categories we're going to be going over here, and I'm going to have to cut it really short because this screen recorder only allows for a certain number of minutes. So I'm going to go over this really quickly. Personal kit, which is clothing, shoes, and safety gear. Second category, specialized equipment. So that'd be for team or individual activities. And the third and final category, fitness and exercise equipment, which is everything from personal gyms to treadmills. Now, the personal gear example. So to give you an example, I found my favorite pair of athletic shoes I've ever owned. An image online here. These are Nike Frees, one of the earlier models of Nike Frees. I wore those a bunch. Finally had to throw them away about 1.5 years ago. Wore a hole through them, but they were great. So those, and you can have athletic clothing such as yoga pants. You can throw water bottles in there. All these are examples of personal gear in the personal gear category. Next, you've got specialized equipment, and this is, as you would think, specialized to the activity that you're doing. So I know I've talked a lot about golf because that's one of my favorite activities to do myself, and that's a great example for this because they're coming up with new specialized equipment all the time. But you really can't play golf without a certain number of things like golf clubs, golf balls, golf tees, things like that. So those are really specialized pieces of equipment so you can participate in that activity correctly. Then third and finally, this category, fitness and exercise equipment. So you've got everything from treadmills to dumbbells. You've got at-home workout DVD programs and all of the other pieces of exercise equipment that you can think of. Now here's where I was going to have a little bit of information on being an informed consumer as well as a scavenger hunt. But we're going to skip the scavenger hunt part because we're not going to have enough time on this video recording. What I want for you guys is if you are looking to purchase some at-home fitness equipment. It's not required, but if you are, what I would recommend to you is to comparison shop. Be an informed consumer, because a lot of times you can find that just depending on the retailer you go to, so going to Walmart, you might find something very comparable to Big Five, and it might be a different price. One might be a considerably better price than the other. even though they're very comparable pieces of equipment. So be an informed consumer and do your comparison shopping. Next, evaluate your actual needs versus your wants and decide if you will actually use this equipment. So this is really, really common, especially around the first of the year when people are making New Year's resolutions, as we talked about near the beginning of this, or actually, I'm sorry, that was the last quarter. I would have talked to you guys about it, but lots of people make New Year's resolutions and they'll buy equipment or they'll buy memberships to a gym. And then they never use either one. So often, if you're a very informed consumer, you can find really great deals at like garage sales for someone who did purchase nice equipment and then didn't really use it because they overestimated what exactly they were going to do. Lastly, last section of this unit is just to maintain your gear. So if you have specialized equipment like a baseball glove, don't leave it out in the rain. A tennis racket, sometimes you might have to restring it. A bicycle, you might have to use gear oil, chain oil for your chain here. And you've got helmets. I know that a lot of skaters in this class are wearing their helmets. I hope you are. Or if you're just going to a gym, be that person who actually cleans your equipment when you're done with it. Everyone behind you, everyone after you will thank you. Last but not least, I'm sure you're all wondering, today's attendance quiz word is audience. And now that I'm speaking to you on this video recording, you are my audience. So that is a writers, readers, or speakers, listeners. Due to this school week, we're in Unit 8. We've got 5 school days. That means we have 5 quizzes. The journal is also in Unit 8, obviously, 8.05. That is due on, not before, but on Friday, the last school day headed into spring break. Please do respond to the email that I'm sending this message out with any questions you might have regarding this Unit 8 activity or any other questions about the class. I'd be happy to help you out with that. We will be back to our regular schedule the week we return from spring break regarding this class. So that means the next school day we have as a Tuesday. So that's going to be April 3rd. We will have a live session at the normal time, 3 o'clock. So again, if you have questions, please respond to the email that this PowerPoint will be sent out with and the video link will be sent out with. Be glad to help you out.